I made it home. This is the shelf I was talking about on the last post. You know, I built this shelf up here on this upper deck. I took the bed out and I keep the printer up here covered up with the blanket so it doesn't rattle. But I'm fixing to take this mattress out of here and all this stuff up out of here. And then I'm going to take all this stuff and take it in the house, and I'm going to try to take this, underneath this mattress is my sofa bed. It folds up into a sofa, but once you put a mattress on it, the sofa bed is kind of useless. You can't really use it. So I'm going to take all this stuff in the house, and I'm going to run me a ductwork. I'll show you when I get it all taken out here. This is the hardest part right here, this stupid mattress. Well, ain't quite the hardest part. Taking the bolts out of this sofa bed is kind of the hardest part. You gotta fold this thick mattress in half and then slide it out. So this here's the way I would like to keep it, but you see here, keep this thing here, you fold the sofa up like this, and with this thing folded up, you've got all kinds of room in here. You can sit down on the sofa bed like this. It's so comfortable. You know, but I've never used the sofa bed, or the sofa part of it, not one single time. I didn't ever want to climb up on the upper bunk to sleep. So I just took the upper bunk out, built the shelf up here. You can see how I did it. Basically, I just wedged a board on each side, a 2x4, then another one, and then I put this here 2x4 and that one on top of this 2x4. Then I wedged another one underneath it. Then I wedged some more into here. And so there's nothing screwed into anything. Everything is just basically wedged in, and it's being held in that way. And this over here is my controller to the APU up here. To get this here bed out of here, what you got to do is you got to tilt this thing up at a 45-degree angle. I don't know if you can see it or not, probably you can't, but there's like 2 bolts under here on this frame, or on the side. It is over on the side over there. You've got 2 bolts on this side, 2 on the other, and then also back here on the back side up here. So you got 2 bolts over here and 2 bolts over here, and then you can slide this thing out the door as well. So I'll get that out, and then I can access what I need to underneath the bunk. Because if you don't take that sofa bed out, you can't do anything in here. See here, this is that vent that I was telling you about right here. Typically what I'll do is, usually this thing's pulled out, so I just turn it out like this right here, and I just blow it up to the ceiling. So that way when I'm laying down, you know, it ain't blowing the cold air right on me in the summertime. It blows it up to the top, mixes with the hot air, and then I just, it feels good that way. So now I've got to find the, I think it's about a 1/2 inch, 7/16 or something like that for that, that bolt up there. That's the hard part of this thing, is trying to keep this thing balanced. It doesn't really take too long to get this thing out. It's just a pain to do everything. And it's cooling off now. This is something I don't like doing in the summertime. because in South Carolina you will sweat your ass off. These are the kind of projects that I'd try to do in the wintertime or the fall or spring. Now let's go and get the other side. And it's a good time while you got the sofa out to bring the vacuum cleaner in here and really do a thorough cleaning of everything. All right, the 4 bolts on the bottom are out. See, now here's the aggravating part here. When the bed goes all the way down, there's no getting your hand in the back. So you got to make sure this thing kind of stays, again, around that 45-degree angle, right along in here. Then you got to try to reach back in the back. And get these bolts back here, and you can't get your arm down in there. Ah, see, my arm is stuck back there right now. Ouch. 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 Can kind of reach back here this way. Pick all these bolts up and put them in one place. End up kicking them around and then lose them. Put them over here in the closet cabinet. Got 2 more to get off of here. All right, all the bolts are out. Put all this crap back in the toolbox. Now, this here bed will just fold up. Got to lift it out of the little grooves over here. That's the other thing when you go to put this thing back in. That's the other hard part. There it goes. All right, so once you get this up, then you can just slide the bed right out the door. It's the only way you'll get this thing out. There's no other way to do it. You have to take the bed, the cushion off the frame. Now, let me go on the outside and pull it out. And this area is huge in here. Once you get all this stuff lifted out, you got so much room in here to do everything. In fact, sometimes I think about putting my bed back up here on the top, sleeping up top, and putting a recliner back here. There's enough room back here. I could put a recliner in this corner, so when I'm not doing anything or not driving, I can just kick back and relax, watch TV, and just build another little table and shelf area over here and I'd have all kinds of room in here then, other than the bed always sticking out here to about right here in this area right here. But I still got, because this is a big condo sleeper, you got all kinds of room back here. But I'll show you what I'm talking about, what I'm trying to get done. So down here on the bottom, this is the factory AC right here. And I've already disconnected it and brought it over here and blowing it up. And this one over here is the one that's coming off of the unit over here that stays under this is the APU air conditioner right here. So what I want to do is I want to take a piece of PVC and just run it right up in this corner, but I got to drill a hole through the bottom of this shelf that I put in up here in the corner. So this is what I was talking about up here. See how I got this 2x4 right here encased in the carpet, and then this over here is another 2x4 right here. And I kind of built my shelf up here in such a way to maximize the headspace. I just brought the plywood on across up here and bring it across, and then I got another 45 that goes back over here that ties into the factory shelving up in here. And so what I want to do is down under here, I want to drill a hole right in here. And what I should have did, like I said, I should have brought that 2x4 out this way a little bit more. Then the PVC pipe could have went right up through here. And then once the PVC comes up here, I'm going to take it on that top corner and I'm going to elbow it out so that it blows the air out this way, and then it hits this area up in here and shoots back down and heats and cools the cab that way, rather than coming out this here pipe down here on the bottom and shooting it up this way. Look how dusty it is under here. I keep this thing pretty clean, but it's useless underneath the bed. There's no way the dust. I mean, the bed sits on this frame rail right here, and you ain't got no room to get your hand under there. You have to literally lay on your stomach and scoot under there. If you got something that gets back here in the back of the wall and you need it, there's no way to reach anything back in here. So now I just got to get this stuff out of this corner. I'll move it over to this side. Then got the Christmas tree up this year. It's raining today, and it's nice and cool. There's my mattress, the sofa bed that I took out yesterday. I had to go to Lowe's and get this right here. It's $155 for this garbage. I got an elbow. They were like $10 a piece. They didn't even sell long PVC pipe. This is 3-inch. This is like 4 feet long. I think it's 4 feet. They're taking one piece and 20 foot. I think that might be 5 feet long. They're taking one piece that's 20 foot long, cutting it into 4, selling it for the price of 1. This right here was like $6. They only had one of these. They didn't even have any more of that. So I had to go with 2 of these little short ones, these 2 little elbows, 2 couplers, and then these 2 little pieces right here. This is what's going to tie into my APU, and then it's going to elbow up at the corner right there. So I got to put another little piece in it, and then this here will run up to the upper bunk, and then I will elbow it out at the top toward the front like this. First thing I'm going to do is drill my hole right there in the corner. Ooh, that wasn't good. All right, there it went. See if this thing will poke through the hole. Oh, look at that. Nice and tight, the way I like it. Debating whether to paint these things black. If you paint it black, you won't even hardly see it back here. It'll be in that little corner. It'll almost look like it's built into the truck. You won't even hardly notice it. But I'll get used to it. I don't know if I feel like going through all the trouble of painting it or not. But if I was trying to tie it in, look at that. That thing fits in there perfect. That'd be a perfect fit. Well, I got this thing in, tied in up here. It comes down the side of the corner. And I've got an elbow right here. Can't turn it any more than I got it, or shorten it any more than I got it. I got no gap between this connection. And you can see I got a real hard turn to get this one into here. This one here almost lines up, but not quite. Not the way I would like it to, but it'll be okay. Between the 2 going into there, it should be all right. And I haven't decided yet whether I want to tie the factory air into this one here or not. I never use this factory air. Sometimes I may, like in the summertime, use it. So I might just go ahead and tie it on in. And that way, if I do want to flip it on, it will blow the cold air out at the top. So I think I'll go ahead and tie that in as well. Well, I'm pretty much done down here. So this right here is my APU. This right here is the 2 lines that come out. I tied them into 2 elbows, 2 sweeps back in here. I wanted it more down this way, but this here sweep right here wants to hit this bracket right there. I can't push it over any more closer to the wall over here. So I had to just turn it up a little bit, which is fine. This is the factory air conditioner. I tied it in, blow it into the main line. This one here is going into the main line. And the line runs up. It's a little bit cattywamped. That's because I had to push it so far over to the bottom. And then I had to come up. I got it as close as I could to the wall. And then it comes all the way up. And then it elbows out up here on the top. You can see up there on the top how it elbows out. And I've already tested it. It works great. Great airflow, no restrictions. So I'm happy with it. I'm debating whether now to paint that PVC with a black spray paint. I think I got some black spray paint down there in the garage. I might go down there and spray it. Won't take but 5 minutes and it'll look a lot better. All right, so I went ahead and painted it. You can see now it doesn't stand out so much like a sore thumb. Even in the back corner there, it kind of just blends in with the background. And of course, you know, in time, even if you left the thing white, you'll just get so used to it after a week or two that it becomes part of your truck. But I just went ahead and it didn't take but 5 minutes to go ahead and paint it. Now I've got to put the bed back in here. That's going to be the fun part right here, right now. Go ahead and get started on that.
I asked God for a break, but he said to wait. I said I can't fake another day. He said you have to find a way, son. Don't take it personal, the universe is full of hurt, and it hurts. Don't let me catch you make a mistake, cause if you step away from the pain, you don't progress in the game. Turned his friends into enemies. Now he has a self-centered.
Yeah, this thing's a pain in the ass. Cause you have to set that bracket at the 45-degree angle and then try to set this side in and then set this side in. This is like the 3rd time I've done this. Look at me. This is why I don't like doing this in the summertime. It's like 55 degrees out here today, 54, and I'm already sweating.
Memories. Take a deep breath and let your stress separate from the mind, and then let go of the hate like a fish in the bait. If you want to escape, let go of the fucking hook. Give your life a second look. I'm a vampire, running around the street in a werewolf's costume. I'm unstoppable, but lost. Your thoughts are a holocaust. They cost more to be hostile. You're a law of attraction, dark child. You'll be fine if you try. If you wanna hide, fly down the water slide. Lie down. You'll do fine if you shine. Never lie and fly high.
Well, this will be the only time you ever see me sitting on my sofa in the truck. But I got my little vent in. That's what I've been wanting to do. Clears up all this space on the floor where I used to always have that hose down here. Plus that little area down here. I couldn't even stuff anything under the bed on this corner right here because I had all the hoses stuffed under there and had to have access to all of that. So that actually clears up all of that mess as well. So now I've got lots of room in here and ready to go book a load. Well, I got one more thing to do. I got to go change those batteries. I need to take that battery cover off over there and go get that done today.
The person in control is you. If you want to know the truth, step into the booth. You're super. I throw you overboard. Overcast.
All right, so now I got to clean out all this damn battery acid that has gotten in here. Let me go get some soap and a rag.
Why you make so many fucking mistakes? So many fucking mistakes. You're ashamed to be dangerous. Looking back at your life, whatever came of it. You pretend to be mad. Pretend to be happy when you're sad. Living a life you never even had. You were put on this earth to be heard. Thinking you're discreet, but you don't go vegan, motherfucker.
I'll have to go to the store
You couldn't even kill a rubber
15
ducky,
times.
son. If you had to hunt, you wouldn't hunt to kill. You wouldn't have the skills, but I bet you have the heart to stand apart from the whores. Instead of sucking blood from an animal's son, give the son back to his mom. There's more to life than what you see, but if you remain blind, you won't become the man you wanna be. You can be whatever you want, believe it inside and you'll achieve it. It's all in the mind and never fall behind. You'll be fine if you try, if you wanna hide.
Well, that's it for today. I guess tomorrow I'll try to find something on the load board going somewhere. Something at least 700 to 800 miles for Monday delivery. I prefer to pull my step deck, but if I can't find anything with it, I might look on there for my dry van. So anyway, y'all take care.